on RSM.
So that way we can stay connected.
Hi, my name is Reid, CEO of the Master Playbook, and I have partnered today with the Center for Accounting Diversity on the campus of North Carolina A&T, where we are talking to students in the business school about the accounting profession. Not only are we going to talk to them about the accounting profession, we are also going to have a segment where we introduce some smart money moves that they can start making as college students. We all know financial literacy is just one of those life skills that they will have to use for the rest of their lives. And so we are proud that this programming today is sponsored by the RSM Foundation. We have a great panel discussion. I can feel the excitement, and I am just so excited about the impact, the information that we are going to be sharing with these students today.
In the room, can I get an Aggie Pride?
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.
All right, I just want to make sure I want you to say it from your chest. Well, good afternoon. We're so excited that you are here for the Financial Literacy for Life, really bridging the gap to making sure that you have success. This event is really trying to help you understand a couple of things. Now, how many have heard that accounting is the language of business? Heard that? Okay. But did you also know that accounting is the language of humans? All right. Well, accounting is the language of business, and it doesn't matter what your major, whether it's finance, supply chain, management, who else is in the business? IT, marketing. There we go. I needed you to do me a strong close. Or accounting. Accounting is that foundation that you need to understand the flow of transactions. But when accounting is the language of humans, that means it's helping you manage your money, helping you budget well, helping you have good financial literacy. So today's event is actually going to have two things going on. First, we're going to welcome our friends from RSM, and they're at the back of the room. Y'all turn around and wave. All right, we are very thankful that they are here. They are our lead sponsor for this event. So when you are enjoying the reception afterwards, please make sure you show some good home training and say thank you to RSM. But they're gonna come and talk about the different avenues in accounting and in business. And then we're gonna shift, and then we're gonna have one of our esteemed Aggie alumna, Reid. Everybody turn and wave to Holly. And she is gonna come because her role is that she is a financial literacy expert, but she was also an Aggie herself. And did you want to know a fun fact? She was actually an Aggie cheerleader as well. So yeah, she can still do it, yeah. And so she's going to talk about financial literacy. So this event is going to help you understand accounting as a language of business, but also the language of humans. And so after we have those kind of two activities, the panel, that's why we have the chairs here, we'll do that, do a little bit of transition, and then do the financial literacy exercise, and then we'll wrap up, and then we'll release you to actually have a reception.
And we're going to kick it off first with our panel. Following the panel, you guys will have an opportunity to ask them questions. Somebody say questions.
Questions.
Now, questions are a great way for you to build connections with people that you don't know, right? It's a great way for them to remember you, because we have partnered with RSM because they are an awesome audit, accounting, consulting, tax firm, and the panelists that we have here today, they have all driven up from Charlotte, North Carolina. So we want to make sure, and Charlotte, and then we have somebody from Missouri. Yep, all the way from Missouri. And so we want to make sure that the information, that you use them as a resource. That's all I'm saying. Just use them up. Use them as a resource. They carved out the time to be here with us. And so we want to make sure that you get any information that you need. Following that, we'll have a quiz. We're going to do a quiz. But it's not like any wrong answers. It's going to be a fun quiz. And then we're going to lead into our session on financial literacy and financial education. And like I said, we're gonna ask you guys to ask them questions afterwards. So just pay attention to some of the things that they're sharing, and then we can go from there. And so throughout this presentation, we've talked about ways that you guys can find the money, right? Ways that you can keep more of your money, and more importantly, grow your money. Tools that you have access to today for you to start saving and investing your money, all right? And so I'm curious, has anybody kind of followed along to crack the code? So I'm gonna choose you and you. Yes. Right here. Let me see. Okay. All right, so on the count of 3, the code was? 410. Woo! All right, so you'll see Miss Shaylease for your prize. Thank you, ladies. Excellent. So thank you guys. Have a seat.
Did you all learn a lot today? Yes. I did. Now, I was back there taking notes because this was good. So when we had RSM talk to us, they gave you all some really good nuggets. Let me see if you remember. So the first thing that they said, and I think that was Deshaun, said, everybody has to eat lunch. So don't eat lunch by yourself. Use that opportunity to network with others, right? There was another comment that was made that said there's a blueprint for success. I believe that. So success leaves clues. So look for those clues. I also heard trust your inner voice, right? Don't doubt yourself, is what Deidre told us. I really like this one. Speak up in events. You want to be remembered. So I'm gonna be sure to share these notes. Can we give Miss Reid and RSM a round of applause?
Yeah. I want y'all to actually do something and put this stuff into practice so that when y'all graduate, you'll have some money stacked up. You'll be in a better financial position than your peers, and that's my goal. So don't just ask these big questions. Go do something with the information I share.
Okay, and I connect with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, hi, I'm Lydia. But I think my biggest takeaway from this was the Acorns and the money marketing account. I'm interested in opening a Roth IRA. One of my mentors who told me about it, and I'm in the process of doing that with my family.
Yep.
But those two specific things, I just want to know more ways how to grow my money other than that, other than stocks, just different things. So that was one of the big things that I'm like going home and about to research right now.
Yes.
Just because, like you said, I want to put that into practice. So,
and look at the sheet that I gave. So when you fill out the feedback form, the bonus,
I have it.
Yes. So it's going to give you more information on the tools that I talked about.
Okay.
Just because I didn't want to drop it and then y'all be like, well, what was that thing? Okay. So you have a reference to go back to. And then you have my contact information.
Yes.
So you can always email me and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Because I want to reach out to you about something. What you're doing is exactly what I want to do.
Oh, excellent.
So, yeah,
let's talk.
Yes, we will.
Because maybe you can help me with something.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the things you talked about really spoke to me. I actually was, thankfully, by the grace of God, I was able to come to school on scholarship. And so the money that my parents had saved up for me and relatives, I was able to invest that in things like crypto and Fortune 500 companies. Yep. So my question was kind of similar to Lydia. What would be some more long-term investment things that would be not something so risky like real estate or things like that I could sit on while I'm in college, so by the time I get out, my money has grown exponentially.
So most of people's wealth, people make wealth, they build wealth usually 3 things, right? Is investing or purchasing real estate, investing in the stock market, or investing in or starting your own business. So the stock market has the longest history of showing that when you hold the investments long term, that it's going to grow and give you a nice return. As long as you're not in there trying to take stuff out like every other week, right? And so think of things where you can invest your money in the stock market. The Roth IRA we talked about on the spreadsheet that on the document that I share with you guys. I give you guys like the top 5 dividend stocks, meaning that they share a portion of their profits with their investors.
Okay.
So they pay them out quarterly or they might pay them out annually, but as long as you are reinvesting those dividends, that's something that you can hold on to and watch your, just watch your investments grow while you're in school.
Yes, my name is Morgan Best. I'm a first-year honors business management student from Charlotte, North Carolina. I think my biggest takeaway for the financial literacy event was the emphasis and importance of saving and investing your money. So today we learned that Black wealth is going to be at $0 in the year of 2053, which is absolutely crazy. And I think that today, hearing from Dr. Hawley and how we should be saving in increments of 50%, 30%, and 20%, really put it in perspective of how we as the youth can change that $0 around.
Yeah. All right. Any advice that you would give to your peers about something that you learned today?
Yes. So I would say my biggest piece of advice for my peers would be to definitely decipher between what your needs are and what your wants are. I think that oftentimes we can get caught up in our wants and not so much focus on our needs. So definitely pouring back into that.
They walked away with a lot. This was an exceptional event. RSM left them with some concrete, time-tested skills that they need to have to enter the workforce. They talked about how success leaves clues. They talked about speaking up at events to be remembered. They really left the students with some concrete advice. Then this was followed by Reid, who talked about her personal experience, how she lost her job, was $30,000 in debt, and you could really see how she wanted to teach the students how to overcome a situation like that. She left them with concrete advice about how to get a good credit score. She talked about putting buckets for your money in terms of those essential things, those needs, but then also to save. So this is information that is really going to serve them in the right now and in the long run to make sure that they have financial freedom. So in the Deese College of Business and Economics, we are really concerned about educating the whole student. We want students to do well in the classroom and learn their disciplinary knowledge, but we're also concerned about that hidden curriculum, that curriculum that is going to allow students to be successful in terms of leadership, in terms of financial management, financial literacy, in terms of networking. We're concerned about the whole student, and this event proves that point.